2 chairs set up over there that are sittable.
Okay.
So if you want to sit, and there is also on the other side behind that wall, there is some room back there too. But you just have
there's
to
no light.
really be careful to watch your feeties.
Okay.
Watch your feeties.
Here, Will. We can go over here till
Well,
everyone gets
stuff.
down. So we have a little bit of light.
Watch your step here, the big step on the bottom. You take my hand if you need to. I won't let you fall. I'll catch you. I'll catch you. Watch your head here, though. And there's a big step on the bottom. Watch your step here on the bottom.
Are you kidding me?
So is this where they had the bodies? This wasn't it?
Watch your head right here, bud.
Yeah. Where they would store them during the winter.
You'll whack yourself.
Like basements, period.
Alright, so there is, like I said, there's a couple of chairs over there that people can sit in, and behind that wall there, up to the left, there is a little more area. Just watch out, because obviously it's a mess down there.
Seems legit.
It's pretty legit. But the last group that we had down here, we were actually getting pebbles thrown at us, and we'd hear it slamming against the wall. We'd tell them do it again, it did again.
Awesome.
That was like 10 minutes ago.
We were getting a lot of activity upstairs.
Yeah,
in
we
the
were.
Stage.
You were?
Yeah.
Finally?
What did you guys get?
I got grabbed.
You did?
It pulled my sleeve out and.
One of the chairs that the
Well, that's
Oh,
impressive.
was that
I know.
my headphones on?
Yeah.
I have,
Like I didn't hear anything.
if anybody wants to use these, I have these
Well, I
here
can-
too.
I can do that.
You want one?
Sure.
Which one?
There's a light.
That's a good one.
What does this do?
That's basically an EMF detector.
Like I saw it.
It's the same as this, except it's digital.
So I didn't know.
Yeah, it was cool. For sure.
Somebody else can do the headphones next time so I can see that. The headphones are creepy.
Oops, sorry, Will. I'm gonna keep my light down. I didn't mean to shine it at you.
It's like,
I'm just resetting it.
Hello. Oh, that's apt. The little fake headstones.
Alright, so that's basically the same thing as I'm holding here, except it's digital, so you'll actually be able to see the numbers of what it is. Now, for this to light up to another light, it would have to be 1.1 or over. So that's a lot more sensitive.
Hello.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. I just wanted to take a peek down here.
yeah.
On that end of the stage, I felt something in that corner, but suddenly it was like really dark. And I was just like, oh, that's unsettling. And then just listening to it, I was like, oh, that's on the stage. And I was just like,
Imagine having bodies down that.
we took a picture of that.
Those stairs.
Had to have had a slide or something. A little chute.
A what?
Like a little chute.
Oh,
just
to
put
get the bodies down here? I
Yeah.
have no idea. It doesn't make sense.
So how was it? How was your first session?
Not bad, we were having pebbles and rocks thrown at us.
Really?
And then we'd have to do it again, we'd hear ping, like things getting chucked at the
Melissa
walls.
had them up in the opera house doing the flashlight.
Yeah,
Come out, and she's like, no, that's the back.
Really?
Yeah, Belly usually like disguise themselves as children.
That's what, well, yeah, that's what, yeah.
I want you to take a group down there to the dressing rooms and do some
Yeah, that's.
spirit box.
Isn't that where Will is?
Is that the bad guy
he's
or?
over, no.
I thought Will.
Will has got him over in.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh,
They're talking about an investigator, whoops.
All right, I'm coming up.
So are we gonna do any?
Don't let the little blind.
No, we're not
shut
gonna do
you.
anything, we're just gonna sit here and stare at each other, I thought. I figured, why not?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I don't mean to backseat
No, I'm just
investigate.
kidding. He's got the SLS camera now down here.
Yeah.
He's gonna shut us in.
Oh, fuck you
Yeah,
guys.
we're getting shut in.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Well, everything was fine until the door shuts.
For 15.
Oh!
So it's basically like we're the bodies that were stuffed down here right now.
So how many bodies do you think we're down here?
I think a lot, because look how many of us are down here and how much room's still left.
That's true.
We're not stacked
So
on
much
top
room
of
for
each other.
activity.
Yeah, we
Oh,
should stack
there's
ourselves.
plenty of room for coffins back here.
Keith, lay down.
I know.
We're gonna
Hey,
stack
I think I
ourselves.
found the slide.
Already in a recent guest house. So why am I sleeping?
I'm trying to figure out how to get them in there. There's a slide right there. I don't know.
Chair right there.
Yeah.
We're gonna map you with the SLS and see if we can get any bigger next to you.
Do you volunteer to tribute?
Well, I just volunteered.
Hey, he's only 17. You got to get his mom's permission.
She said what?
And if you're really daring, go in that crawl space and look
I was,
for
just,
bones.
I was just gonna say, I'm really not into this crawl
I don't
space.
know.
Oh, cool.
Have you guys ever investigated,
Let me get out of your way.
you have, Cincinnati Music Hall?
Question is, how many bodies do you think are currently in the pipes?
I believe it
wonder,
is.
don't it? When you hear
So
about
I-
all the
I'm from Cincinnati. Well, Westchester,
Yeah.
actually, the suburb of Cincinnati.
Just checking.
So do you know the,
You're all right. You're not
Yeah.
possessed
Still
yet.
here.
You're not possessed yet.
so it's built on top of a
You
potter's
are though.
Yeah,
No.
field.
might be the first time someone's claimed
And
that.
after it was a potter's field, it was an orphanage. And they say that up to, I
Doing
forget
okay,
the
Will?
exact number, like something like 10,000 bodies are buried underneath Music Hall.
Can
They
you
say
throw some pebbles at us again?
Go at me if you dare.
What's your name, bud, in the chair?
do
Huh?
What's your name?
Will.
Will.
even
Can you throw some pebbles at Will?
in a bathroom, they uncover those.
Really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of
Look at
ghost
Will.
hunters'
Will's
books.
sitting all by himself.
It's an easy target.
He wants to get scared. Feel free to poke him on the back. Give him a little scare. So he's got it mapped out on the SLS now, so hopefully we'll see something pop up next to him. That'd be pretty cool. Just go right up to Will. He's sitting by himself in the chair. He said you could. He's not scared.
There's a chair not right next to him. You can have a seat. Tell us about your life. Tell us about your family. I love to talk about my daughter. She's 6 months. She's got baby blue eyes.
And just so you guys know, looking at this SLS, because it maps a mirror image of its surrounding, it looks like he's sitting on the left side and the chair's on the right, on the thing, but he's actually sitting on that side and the chair's over here.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry. Okay.
no, I just want to let you guys know that.
And again, why does it act like? Why does it look like he's moving his arms? and legs?
Because when I move, it moves its mapping.
Yeah, it's just constantly trying to map his figure.
If I put it in a three-dimensional mode, there's the room. I can look at it from below, above. Yeah. So it's literally mapping the room as we see it.
It still feels warmer in here than it does in the theater to me. It's like,
It's unusually warm down here.
yeah.
It's all the decomposing bodies.
It sure is.
We're 5 feet closer to
I mean, it's if you think about it, it's crazy. All these bodies were just stored down here.
So no thorns?
Did you guys wear them out in the last session?
All we had them do was throw a couple of pebbles, but they were enough to know that they were down here and thrown for us, and it was none of us.
Did you actually feel them or just
No, it
hear
was
them?
hitting the walls. Like we could hear it go boom, like against the walls, like the way a rock would sound hitting the walls.
Hit the walls.
Yeah, Will wants you to throw a pebble towards him. Could you do that?
Don't throw that.
I'm his mom. You can throw it at him. Go ahead. Bet you won't.
Can you do something to get his attention? What is that meter reading?
I'm at the top with
The top.
0.
Still, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Before we had it up to a 1.8.
Nice.
See Will raising up his hands. Can you do that?
Touch me or something. Okay.
Looks
Is
like you're
there a
flicking us
chance
off.
that somebody who was down here last time, it kind of was attracted to them and
Sure.
maybe followed them upstairs?
Very well could be.
If there's anyone down here, just say something.
Something just moved through the camera.
I
He had
saw it down there.
a black orb came from the top of his head and shot down into the floor.
Yeah, I saw it right there.
It wasn't lit either. It was just a solid round orb.
You have something near you.
Yeah.
Still?
No. Well, maybe.
Yeah, it's still there somewhere.
Looks like it went over towards the other chair.
Mm-hmm.
Take a seat next to him.
What's the question?
Can you tell us your name?
Will, why don't you reach out your hand and ask it to hold your hand?
Hold my hand.
Tell them what just happened with that experience.
Yeah, we had that happen.
What?
Where we had somebody asking for someone to hold his hand, all of a sudden it appeared and was holding his hand.
Give him a high five.
Yeah.
Eric and I were invited to a private ghost hunt of multiple mansions in Middletown, Ohio. The family of each mansion wanted us to come investigate their houses and possibly throw an event. But it was an entire neighborhood of like $3 million homes.
Oh, wow.
It's somebody or something over here.
And one guy literally claimed, that there was a child in his house upstairs in the hallway. We literally meant to go, 10 minutes before that?
Yeah.
So we went in with the SLS camera, went upstairs in his hallway. He sat down on the bench and he said, "Watch, it's going to appear." So we put the SLS camera on. He sat down on the bench, put his hand down. We said, "Down, if you're here, come hold his hand." And instantly, this little tiny stick figure walked up, touched his hand, and then sat down on the bench next to him,
Yep.
even laid in his lap.
Yeah.
Now we recorded this whole thing. It's actually on Eric's Facebook.
You probably have it on there still too.
Probably still on here, yeah.
Can you see it with the naked eye or just with the
Nope.
Amazon?
Just with that.
Just with this,
How did he know it was there?
because he could feel it.
You could feel it.
And he owns the house and he's been able to feel a child in the house
Yeah,
for a
the
while.
whole time
so
it was the first time he could actually see it
Yep.
on camera and prove it.
we got it for him pretty on cue.
So wild.
Can you please sit with Will? He's lonely over there.
Got an empty chair there.
Take a seat.
I'm hearing stuff.
I heard something behind me.
Upstairs is like a circus up there.
Do you want to walk the chair if you want?
It sounds like something creeping around on the floor.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, it could be rats.
Yeah.
First I heard it twice over here.
If I get bit by a rat, I am out of here.
Let's just say it's when we were in Arizona. We had a battle with scorpions all night. Poisonous ones.
Pick up anything you want. So that
So super paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all sit down in this hallway. No, let's not.
I know
you just
we're-
hear that?
No, what is it? What does it sound like?
We know you're in your home, but we've been invited here. And we thank you for allowing us to be here.
Do something.
If we're disturbing you,
Almost like an odd mist or something on the sound. Keep seeing.
if you appear, we'll leave. Leave you alone in the quiet. We just want to say hi.
Can you throw a rock at the wall like you did before? Come on, throw a pebble at us again. They don't believe me that you did that for the last group. Can you prove me wrong? Do it again. Man.
Wrong pebble.
Wrong pebble, that was a rock.
What about that balloon? Can you move that balloon? Take that over to Will?
Will loves to play ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. You're very quiet standing back here. You hold this, that way you guys can both see.
It's very heavy. If you get sick of holding it, pass it on.
Oh, it's like backwards.
Yeah, it's mirrored, so everything's backwards.
Owning the equipment, knowing how to use is two different things, trust me.
Yeah.
I've seen teams, paranormal teams, not event companies like ours, but actual teams that buy them. And then they're like putting evidence out there. And we look at it like 1 second, we're like, they don't even know what they're looking
Oh, we just saw one.
Did you?
at. Did you?
What?
Again?
Yeah.
Right by you
Right
again,
that
Will.
chair there.
Oh.
Chair, second time.
You do have something.
You
by
got a
you.
friend,
There's something
Will.
by you.
It
It
flew
just
up this
hasn't
time.
manifested into a shape yet.
It went from the ground
Is it still there?
to the top.
It's around you somewhere because we've seen it twice in the same area.
It went off screen.
So how much energy, I mean, theoretically, does it take
A
to
lot.
manifest into a, okay.
A lot. We believe
What? Oh, wait, something.
orbs, Many people don't believe in it, and they can. A lot of them can be explained as bugs or lint or dust, but self-illuminating or black orbs, either one cannot be explained. Because any type of photography will tell you.
It looks like he's dancing real good.
Something that illuminates from the inside out is not dust. It's not a bug.
You got some moves, Will.
You got some great moves.
It
looks like you're dancing.
Maybe they'll dance with you. Move around a little bit.
Can you go back there and dance? There's another orb.
So you must have the magic touch.
Well, that's why we like to put it in your hands.
Are you sensitive at all?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's okay to admit. We don't think you're weird.
You can use our energy to manifest. We just want to say hi.
There was something down there. Well,
His shape looks really weird right now.
It does.
Is that?
I think
Is there something on top of him?
It's sitting.
by the.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you
It's,
want?
It's blocked.
it's just trying to map his legs.
I thought maybe there was something on top of him.
I hope not. I have to take him home eventually.
Yeah.
His dad might be upset if I lose him here.
It stops moving. If you want to sit in that chair, you have to move that balloon.
Yeah, you can just knock it right off that chair and sit down.
put that around that.
Bonus points if you pop it.
Pretty easy.
If you don't like us to be down here or to be bothered, knock that balloon off the chair and we'll get the hint.
So you want us down.
Now, I will tell you guys that Eric and I both, and several of the investigators upstairs, have many, many times spent the night in places that look just like this.
Too many times.
For families or for?
No, just
Both.
individually.
Both.
You want us to
For families and for, you know, old asylums and stuff.
You can do anything you want.
Yeah, now he's red. He must be angry, Will.
A couple hours ago, I was jealous of you. Now
What's the color change mean?
It just it maps different colors.
Something
great
just
job.
came
Doesn't
out
really
of
mean
your
anything.
foot and like went around on the ground.
Get on my foot, boy.
Will wants to be your friend. Seems like a nice guy. I'd be his friend.
Oh, there you go. There's one next to you.
Okay.
Where?
Don't try not to move it very abruptly. Just kind of sit still. You have a ghost right next to you right now. On connect.
It's
Get
on
out
the
of your way
chair.
so you can film that.
No, no, yeah. For the people
It's on the
upstairs.
chair.
On me?
Yep,
No,
right next to you on the chair.
On the chair that's next to you.
Oh, what'd you do?
I don't know. Hold on. This is freaking out right now, dude.
Thank you for
It's in
appearing
thermal.
for us.
This is some thermal.
We gotta go back to 3D.
I'm trying.
Stay there, ghost. Stay in the chair. It was literally in the chair with you.
I know.
Is it still there?
Well, we lost it for a second.
No.
It's gone.
Had limbs and
Is
everything.
that still
It's
there?
alright,
Or is that
it's
him?
alright.
That's
No,
Will.
it's him.
We'll get it back.
Hold on, I'll get
How do
it
we
back.
get full screen?
I'll get it
Wow.
back. Let me see.
You look like Elastigirl right
you got
now.
that on video, right?
Recording. I think we got it on video, yeah.
Yeah, it was literally sitting in the chair next to you. We'll get it back. Thank you for sitting with him.
If you were here, at least touch the balloon for a little bit.
We're getting feedback. That's okay.
If that balloon's in your way, you can
All right,
just
we
move
did
it.
catch that, by the way.
Yes. Good job, Will.
What's your name? Good job, Carly.
Good job, Carly.
Good job, Carly.
Take some names.
Yeah.
Carly, I think you have to do it again because I think you got the magic touch today. All right, so there's Will,
Doing okay, Will?
and it was sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
That's pretty
We
damn
caught
cool.
that, by the way. That was recorded.
Good job, Will.
Can you please join Will? Actually, Will, you should probably ask
What?
for it to join you in the chair but next to you.
You want to draw me in the chair right next to me? If
No,
so,
I'm
work
not
that balloon
going
out
to
so
your
that
ear.
you
No,
can
it's
see.
fine. That's fine.
We love these magic moments.
Come on, come back. Will you go sit with the balloon?
We know that took a lot of energy, and we really appreciate it. Like I said, Will's a cool guy. He just wants to be your friend. He'll tell you a joke. He'll hold your hand. He'll
Yep.
sing a song.
Hey, give us 2 more minutes. We just caught an apparition.
Why don't you sit down with Will and reach your hand out and hold his?
Which hand do you want to start?
Will you hold his hand in the chair next to him?
Reach out again, Will.
Go on and sit with him. Hold his hand.
Oh no, you're fine.
Slide. Is that static?
Does it feel weird?
Kind of move it slightly to the right, or to the left, sorry. Kind of pan left and pan right a little bit.
Slow.
Real slow.
You're pushing him off the chair. That was cool though. You'll have to show him after.
Do it again. Will's dad doesn't believe in this stuff. We want to show him otherwise.
Did you all see that?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's my hair.
I will tell you guys, catching things like that, whether you have the highest tech stuff, whether you have $2,000 pieces of equipment in your hand or nothing, catching it and recording it on camera, I will say, even as experienced and professional ghost hunters like Aaron, I mean, this is our full-time
You
job.
seen
We get
it?
paid to do this.
No, nothing yet. Will.
Is very difficult and very rare.
And the best part about what you all just saw is that you just saw it sit in a chair.
You literally saw an apparition sitting in a chair.
Saw another orb.
There's no saying that
Another
that's
orb,
fake.
It's good.
Yeah.
Because the orbs preluded what just happened.
I just got chills.
That's exactly how it started
Yeah,
with the
I've
orbs
got
before.
chills.
So we know you're here, and we know it takes a lot of energy. We just thank you so much for allowing us in your home. If there's anything you'd like to tell us or anything you'd like to do us to do for you, let us know.
Let us know by hitting the balloon.
Hit the balloon, touch Will, sit in the chair.
Throw pebbles.
Just show yourself for us, please.
I sort of knock on my left over here somewhere.
We're all cool people.
One more time before we leave.
Yep, see it just threw rocks. Just hear it?
I heard that. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Something just threw pebbles. That's what it was doing last time.
Thank you. Can you appear for us one last time before we have to go? We have to go really soon.
There it is. There it is. It's in the chair again.
Thank
Stay
you.
still.
It's recording right now.
Thank you.
Is it there?
Can you raise your hand up?
Oh, Will, it's gonna go for your hand. Go for Will's hand. Oh my god. Oh, left. He's gone again.
Thank you.
It's gone again?
Yep.
That's a great end to a great session.
Yeah,
right there.
but it was good.
And it's
He
all on
came back.
recording.
Came back twice.
Good job,
That's
Will.
recording.
Good job, Carly.
You
Good
guys
job,
excited?
Will.
Yeah, not to freak out, Will.
Holy cow.
You
Good
guys
job,
just
Will.
saw an Xbox Connect ghost.
It looked like it was
Yeah.
really
Did you
It
feel-
was trying.
Yeah.
Did you
See
feel
it moving
anything,
towards
Will?
him.
It was small.
He was trying. It
Could've
was a
been a
little
kid.
guy.
Yeah,
You never
it was
know.
for sure. That looked like
I
a
still
kid.
have the chills. Do you all have the chills?
Black orb just shot up out of the chair and went straight up to the ceiling.
Aw.
Just as I'm about to turn it off on this screen, I
Yeah.
saw it. It just went. Phoom.
Back off to heaven.
Yeah, that was awesome though.
That was incredible.
That was a good session.
Well,
That was,
that's
job.
that's my $75.
was that the only one we
There
caught
you
on the
go.
SLS all night?
I mean, honestly,
I think it was,
there's,
wasn't
there's to see something
job,
like
kid.
that and actually see it twice
Yeah, it's rare.
in a 15-minute session. That I will say, I don't care how much money you pay
Yeah.
at any event, is very rare.
I want
So-
Will and Carly's autograph. I don't need her.
There you go. You can have mine. I get mine first. I don't know what it's worth it someday.